Hey guys, GGB2003 here, and today I'm going to be doing an interesting video. This is on the Safari Ltd 2019 Stegosaurus. Now, this is not a review per se. I might post a review of this figure later on, somewhere down the line, but this is more of a mass size slash price comparison, because as I'm sure many of you are aware, this figure is $25. Now, don't get me wrong. It is an absolutely beautiful figure, but I am going to try to emphasize just kind of how ridiculous that price is. Alright, so for $8, you could get the Coelophysis, you could get the Tylosaurus. For $9, you could get the Dimetrodon. For $10, you could get the Pteranodon. For $11, you could get the Prestosuchus. For $12, you could get the Ankylosaurus. $13 gets you the Triceratops. $14 gets you the Carnotaurus. $15 for the Allosaurus. Now we're going to have a bit of a larger jump here. $21 can get you the Giganotosaurus, Diplodocus, or Kronosaurus. Then $25, Stegosaurus, Tyrannosaurus Rex. The Spinosaurus is also $25, and I know there are a lot more Safari figures that could go on the spectrum here, but I think this is a bit of an interesting visual. And you can see a general trend of they get bigger as they get more expensive. And then the Stegosaurus here is so much smaller. Like, if we contrast it with its most equal counterpart as far as price is concerned, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Go for the same price. You can see that the T-Rex is a much bigger figure. Like it's a way bigger. Like in every single dimension, it's bigger. It's also more complex. It's more detailed. It's got a much more varied paint job. Yeah. So the same amount of money can get you this much, which is just kind of more stuff. It also stands out a lot more on the shelf, and it's just kind of more iconic being a Tyrannosaurus and all. I mean, now, I think the two figures that are most similar to it, at least here, are the Ankylosaurus and the Triceratops. And you can really see here that they're roughly about the same size. I mean, the trike is bigger than it, and I mean, the Anky is smaller, but not by much. Now, again, at $12 and $13 respectively, the combined price of these two is the same as this one. Now, don't get me wrong, I think this is a really nice, definitely a really nice looking figure. It's probably my favorite of the three. If I had to pick one completely disregarding price, I would probably pick this one, but I don't know. I feel like it's just a lot more than it should be, and it's not much more detailed or complex than these ones. I mean, sure, it's got a lot of different kind of scales, and it's got a lot of little details on it, but, I mean, the Ankylosaurus is equally as detailed and as, frankly, complex looking as the Stegosaurus is. And the same can be said for the Triceratops. So I really don't understand why this thing is so much. Like, the plates are definitely not a contributing factor to that, because if you look at the older little red one that they released, that was like a $10 figure, which is right along what it should be for that price. Or for that size, sorry. So, I'm a little perplexed. My best guess would have to be that the they were in the midst of sculpting it, and then the new specimen got released, and they had to scrap it for the sake of maintaining accuracy, which I think is a fair trade-off, but I just wanted to emphasize how much it is for how much you're getting. Because if you just move it down the scale, so to speak, here, you can see that it really isn't. I mean, this should probably be about a $15 figure. So I don't want to turn you guys off getting this thing if you really want to. Like, if you want a good stegosaurus figure, they don't come better than this. I have no issue saying that this is the best stegosaurus on the market, but again, you could buy both the Ankylosaurus and the Triceratops for the price of this. If you want a good sort of armored herbivore figure, I would definitely suggest going for one of these two, because they're essentially like similar quality figures, but they're a lot cheaper. But I don't know. Review of this guy will probably be coming fairly soon. Not sure, but yeah, just something that I felt the need to emphasize. So see you around.